Haven't done one of these in a while, but took some time away from everything to really get into some more of my healing. And yeah, this healing shit's hard, man. It really is. Some days you take 2 steps forward and then 5 steps back, but that doesn't mean that you're destroying your progress. It just means that you're still in a messy healing cycle that's going to take a little bit to get out of. But one of the things I wanted to mention today was going no contact with people or family or just friends, because I've seen a lot of it happening, and I've obviously been through it myself. And I guess the simplest way to break it down is, it's not that you don't have love for the people that you're disconnecting from, it's just that you're realizing that they're not going to choose you the way you want to be chosen. And you can't heal in an environment that hurt you to begin with, unfortunately. So me personally, I found that my problem is that I kept wanting to be inserted into the circles of certain friends or family that I really was hoping that I'd be able to have that bond with, and it just would never take, you'd have a good visit and you'd be like, that felt really good, but then there would always be this weird lingering, why do I feel like that doesn't change anything though? I feel like we're just gonna go right back to the same old. And then you'd always go back to the same old. So in order to save my sanity from that process, because the thing that people don't realize too is you're around certain people that jump your nervous system for a reason. There's a reason that you get anxious around them. Your body's giving you signals about them. And being around a certain type of person, like a relative or a friend or someone that maybe you associate with a bad time, like a bad point in your life, even if it's not their fault, which sucks, but being around certain people just unfortunately will trigger you back into a space which makes them familiar to your mind. And so sometimes the best thing to do is to just be like, I have to cut this off and I can't be here anymore. Especially when you see that the people that you were at one point trying to latch to know that you're suffering. They know that you're going through things, and because they just don't have the emotional capability to meet you there, they'll choose to act like you don't exist. And so I choose to not exist. What's crazy is the moment that I stopped trying and finally officially just pulled away from everyone and everything, that's when I was able to start looking in the mirror and stop saying mean shit to myself, which is kind of eye-opening for me. It took me choosing me to stop that habit. And when I tell you, that's been an all-life thing. I've always looked in the mirror and called myself fat, called myself ugly, dumb bitch, things like that. I would say all these crazy things to myself. And I'm just now at 38 years old, just now beginning to stop that. To stop seeing myself in the mirror and saying these crazy things to myself, because I'm realizing I'm just repeating things that I was told by people who wanted to be hurtful, and they said it so much that it became ingrained in my personality that I've believed that was true. And this is why they say, be careful what you say to people, because they might just believe it's true. And so finally now I can look in the mirror and see my imperfections and still accept myself and say, you know what, it's okay. And so I've realized now that's all I ever really wanted out of people. I just wanted people who were going to be in my corner. I wasn't wanting someone to bust down the door and save the day and carry me off to safety. I had to do that myself. But what would have been nice would have been people in the corner cheering me on as I did so. Or just checking in, or just, acknowledging hey, I see your fight, and I'm glad that you're still choosing to do it. I'm glad that you're not giving in to the darkness and just letting yourself be swallowed up. I'm glad that you're still out here trying to do what's best for you health-wise. I'm happy for you that you're taking this time to try to heal and overcome your childhood. And that's honestly what you need. That's the kind of support you need from people. And if you're not getting that from people, then I mean, you can't force people to love you. You can't force anyone to show up for you. You can only show up for yourself.